Okay, so hello students. So hello students, welcome to EduTap and welcome to ARD static series. So today the topic that we have to discuss is organic farming. Just can any one of you let me know that voice is clear and the screen is properly visible to you all? Just let me know regarding these things and then I'll proceed the session. So guys, very good afternoon. Just let me know whether my voice is clear or not so that I can proceed, and whether the screen is visible or not. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ramji. Okay, so guys, today we have to cover a topic that is organic farming for your ARD static phase 2. Okay, so I will be providing you in-depth knowledge. Thoda sa, it's not like that we have not covered this topic previously, but thoda in detail, also in more detail we will be covering this, so that if such question is asked in your descriptive, so you can write a good answer on that, right? Chalo, let's start. But before that, we have I have a request that if you're new to our channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as to download the informative PDF regarding NABARD and NABARD examination, as well as this lecture. You can join us on our Telegram channel. With that, let's start the today's topic, that is on organic farming. Now students, what is the meaning of organic farming? Basically, it is the farming system that aims to keep the health of soil alive. The aim of organic farming is that we have to keep the health of soil alive. We need to keep the soil alive, in alive condition. Now what does that stand? What does that mean for? Basically, due to our conventional farming system, due to the practices that farmers are using for so long, there are various environmental impact. It is polluting our land, it is polluting atmosphere, it is polluting our water bodies. So with that, what is happening? Our resources are depleting, and we do not have that much resources left, right? So now what is the thing? Dekho, after green revolution, why there is a need of alternative farming system? Though we have achieved the self-sufficiency through green revolution, we have become self-sufficient in terms of meeting our food grain demand, but still why the scientists are promoting, why the government is promoting your organic farming? Because your green revolution has made us self-sufficient, but also it has incorporated the various kind of chemicals, due to which our environment is getting polluted, right? It has huge environmental impact. So that is why now government is trying primarily focusing on organic farming, so that we can do the farming system in such a way that we are keeping the health of environment in the mind. So that is the objective, that is the aim of organic farming. So here the aim is to keep the soil alive. Soil is a very important resource, and we have to keep the health of the soil alive, right? And also we have to make a sustainable production way. Organic farming means we have to do farming, we have to do production, we have to meet the food grain requirement of your populations, but in a sustainable way, so that we can meet our requirement, as well as we are not depleting the resources for the future generation. So that is the main aim of organic farming. Now I have provided a definition that is suggested by FAO, so that if any question is asked from organic farming, you can cite this definition. Okay? So definition is that organic agriculture is a unique production management system. Now here you can see that it is unique production management system which promotes and enhance agro-ecosystem health. Okay, through organic farming, we are enhancing agro-ecosystem health, means the interaction of agriculture crop with the ecosystem. We are enhancing and promoting that health, as well as it is including biodiversity. We have to include biodiversity. It's not like that we can do only monoculture or only the crop that are providing good returns. We do not have to support, or we do not only have to produce them. We have to ensure a good biodiversity, we have to ensure that we are maintaining all the biological cycles, be it your carbon cycle, be it your nitrogen cycle that is happening in the atmosphere. We have to maintain these cycles, as well as soil biological activities, means all the organisms that are present in the soil, they are alive, they are in good condition. Okay, and this is accomplished by using on-farm agronomic, biological, mechanical method. So different agronomical, biological and mechanical method, on-farm methods can be implemented for achieving these things. So that is the definition by FAO. Okay, you can cite this definition if the question is asked from organic farming. Clear? So that is the meaning of organic farming and a definition given by FAO. Now organic farming, why there is a need of organic farming? So basically to meet the demand of increasing population. See, we are with the conventional technique we are using pesticide, and these pesticides have residual effect. Residual effect means these chemicals they resides in the soil, they do not get degraded fast, and they are left in the soil, which hamper the soil biological activity, which hampers with the normal functioning of soil microorganism, as well as the produce that we are consuming. In that also we are, through that produce also we are consuming these pesticides, these insecticides. So in organic farming, these pesticides, these insecticides are not used. Okay, so the food, the produce that we are getting is safe, and we can consume it without any residual effect, as well as there is no harm to the environment or soil. Clear? So that is why this organic farming is being promoted. Now let me discuss regarding the objective of organic farming. Let us see what are the different objectives of organic farming. So the very first objective is to produce food with higher nutritional quality. As I've already discussed just before 2-3 lines, that we have to ensure the quality of food. Okay, so the food that is produced through organic farming, it is of high nutritional value. So we have to ensure that whatever food the people are consuming, that is of high nutritional value. So that is the very first objective of your organic farming. Then next is work with natural system. See, it's not like that ki agriculture will always be done in such a way that it will not hamper the environment. ठीक है, agriculture को ऐसा माना जाता है कि we are doing crop production, we are doing forestry and so on, but it will not have any impact on environment. But it has its impact on environment, because anyway we are disturbing the natural environment. Naturally, agar koi in a region, naturally there will be a biodiversity present, but what we are doing in agriculture, we are removing that biodiversity, we are making that field, we are preparing that land for field and crop production, and we are growing any one crop. So that is disturbing the natural system. So what we need to do in one of the objective of organic farming is that we have to work with the natural system. Whatever that is present in the nature, we have to work with that, so that everything is balanced. Okay, next is maintain and increase soil fertility. Again, soil is very important resource. We need to make sure that soil is fertile. With continuous use of fertilizer, pesticides, what is happening? Soil quality is also getting degraded. It's not like that कि we are in the era that हम जितना भी fertilizer या pesticide use करेंगे, हमारा production बढ़ता ही जाएगा. If you can remember the law of diminishing return, so वहाँ पे क्या होता है? एक level आ जाता है, then we start getting return at decreasing rate. So that is the era, that is the thing due to which the soil fertility get decreased, it get reduced due to excessive use of fertilizer. But in organic farming, our objective is to maintain that fertility with the help of manures or with the help of any other techniques. Okay? So other important thing is to maintain and increase the soil fertility. Next is allow satisfaction to agriculture producer. Now the farmer who are doing organic farming, they are fetching good price for their produce if they are selling their produce as a organic product, right? So that is causing, that is bringing satisfaction to the farmers as well. So that is also one of the objective here. Then use of renewable resources. Now in agriculture, in organic farming, we have to use the renewable resources. Okay? Renewable resources that can be renewed naturally. Okay, if we will use non-renewable resources, then what will happen? That will get depleted with time, and that is not a sustainable development. That is not a sustainable system. But we need to promote sustainable system. For that, what we need to do? We need to use renewable resources. Next is wider social and economic impact of in farming system. So here there are so wide, various social impact. Like for example, with organic farming, we are providing high nutritional quality food to the people, and the health of people is maintained, as well as they are getting good quality food without any pesticide, without any insecticide, as well as it is helping in maintaining the health of people, right? So then we have economic impact as well. This organic farming also helping increasing the farmers in standards, living standards, by fetching good price for the product, right? Then we have avoid pollution also. At the last, that organic farming objective is to avoid pollution, be it your land pollution, water pollution, air pollution, any kind of pollution can be avoided through your organic farming. Now these are the objective of organic farming. Now let us discuss what are the principles of organic farming. Okay? So basically there are 4 principles. First is the principle of health. Principle of health states that we have to take care of health of each and every living entity that is present over earth, okay, that is present over this ecosystem. So what we have to do, we have to take care of health of the plants, we have to take care of the health of the humans, as well as the animals, as well as all the organism that is present on this earth, right? So that is the principle of health, which is the very first principle of organic farming. Next is principle of ecology, that state that we have to work with ecosystem, okay? We have to take care of our environment, we have to take care of ecosystem. That is that states that any activity do not create any kind of imbalance in the ecosystem. We have to do, if we are doing any activity, but that activity should be in accordance to the environment, natural activities जो भी होती है, right? So that should be there. Ecosystem को disturb नहीं करना है. We have to do in balanced way things. Then principle of fairness. Principle of fairness states that we have to give the fair chance to each and every organism that is present on earth. ठीक है? Be it your plants, be it your any microorganism, be it your cattle, your wild animals, humans, they all have fair chance on this earth. ठीक है? So that is the next principle. And then principle of care is that we have to take care of our environment, we have to take care of our ecosystem. So these are in general 4 principles of your organic farming. Now question for you is that you have to tell me that organic agriculture is unique production management system that promotes and enhances. So first is agroecosystem health, biodiversity, biological cycle, soil biological activity. So just quickly give me the answer of this question. What will be the answer? We have just discussed. Chalo, we have just discussed this thing. Quickly give me the answer. So guys, I think this is the easy question, right? Okay, very good, Anu. Anyone else want to try? Okay. Very good, Sudarshan, Satya, meditation. Very good. So answer here is option D, that is all 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have discussed this thing that your organic agriculture is enhancing and promoting your agroecosystem health. Then biodiversity is enhanced. Then all your biological cycles and soil biological activity. So all these are enhanced and increased with your organic agriculture, and answer here will be option D. Clear? Chalo. Let's move ahead. Now we have to discuss component of organic farming. ठीक है? Organic farming के क्या-क्या components है? So the very first is your crop rotation. ठीक है? We will be discussing in detail each component, but here just have the idea that what are the different components. Then we have composting, manure, then waste management, then we have biofertilizer, then biopesticides, vermicompost. These are the different components of organic farming. Now let us discuss them one by one. So the very first is your crop rotation. Okay? The very first component is crop rotation. What is the meaning of crop rotation? We have to rotate the crop on a piece of land in a planned way, okay? In a planned sequence. And the objective of crop rotation is that we have to we have to maintain the soil fertile, we have to maintain the fertility of the soil, as well as we have to maintain the soil moisture, we have to reduce the erosion. When we are, where our purpose is this, when our purpose is soil and moisture conservation, and for that purpose we are doing crop rotation, that is called, that we are rotating the crop, that is your crop rotation. Okay? many a times student gets confused with sequential cropping and crop rotation. Ma'am, what is the difference then between sequential cropping and crop rotation? So guys, this is the difference. Okay, in sequential cropping, we do not consider whether our soil moisture is conserved or not, whether our soil is conserved or not, but whether the soil is fertile or not. In sequence crop, we can take cereals after cereals and cereals after cereals, right? And that can degrade your soil fertility. But in crop rotation, when we are rotating crop for the purpose of soil and water conservation, that rotation will be called as crop rotation. Okay? So it is the crop change from year to year according to a planned sequence. When in a planned sequence, we are changing crop year to year or season after season, that is your crop rotation. Now for example here, groundnut and pulses. Okay? Pulses are incorporated. Pulses, legumes, all those crops which can fix atmospheric nitrogen or which can enhance the soil nutrient, they are always incorporated in crop rotation. Like a first example is groundnut pulses for the rain-fed area where irrigation facilities are not there in summers. Okay? In these areas, we can go for this type of crop rotation. First, we can grow groundnut and then we can grow for pulses. Then we have rice, cotton, cowpea. Now you can see rice, cotton, they are exhaustive crop, but still we have incorporated one pulse, that is cowpea, so that to ensure that soil fertility is maintained. Okay? And this is for the area where irrigation facilities is available. Okay? Now see, in rain-fed area where irrigation facility is not available and we are totally dependent on rainfall, there we cannot take more crops. Okay? So what we do, we generally take one crop and other pulse crop. But in rain-fed, in irrigated area where there is a facility of water irrigation, there we can take more than 2 crops. So you can see here rice, cotton and cowpea is being taken, and with the legume, that is cowpea, so meant to maintain the soil fertility. Clear? Now rotation also reduce fertilizer need, because see, rotation, the main aim of rotation I have already told you is to keep the soil fertile. And if how this crop rotation is helping in fertility, increasing fertility of soil, basically we are incorporating legumes, and few crops are there which have this ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen in the root nodules, and they are thus enhance the fertility of soil. Now if soil fertility is enhanced by the legumes or these crops, so we are less dependent on fertilizer. Okay? That is why it is written here that rotation reduce the fertilizer need, because alfalfa and other legume crops, they can replace atmospheric nitrogen. Okay? They can replace some of the nitrogen from atmosphere to the soil. Clear? So that is the very first thing you have to remember, that it is regarding crop rotation. Okay? Next we have to discuss is crop residue utilization. Now in farming, in any kind of farming, we are left with crop residue. Okay? And we are left with huge amount of crop residue, because after harvesting, the economical part is less, but the residue part is more, usually in many crops, right? Now how to utilize that residue? Because we have heard about the problem of stubble burning, which is causing huge air pollution. Now the government is taking initiative to reduce that, reduce the problem of stubble burning, and government is suggesting some different action plan for the to the farmers, so that they can manage this residue, as well as government is buying that straw from the farmers, so that the problem of burning can be reduced. Now what is the problem here with crop residue is that crop residue have wide CN ratio. Now just for your understanding, CN ratio stand for carbon to nitrogen ratio. What is the carbon to nitrogen ratio in that biomass? That is considered as CN ratio. Clear? Now problem with that wide CN ratio is that it does not decompose easily. It does not decompose easily, as well as it take a long duration, it take a time to decompose. Why so? Because see, CN ratio, you might have heard two terms. First is mobilization and next is immobilization. So in soil, there are two things going on during decomposition process, that is mobilization and immobilization. In mobilization process, the microorganisms are decomposing the organic matter and releasing the nutrient, releasing the nitrogen, for example, in the soil environment, in the soil solution that can be taken up by the plant. But if any organic matter have wide CN ratio, like for example your straw have CN ratio 100:1, means for 100 carbon there is only 1 nitrogen, right? Now these microorganisms require this nitrogen for their activity. So what they will do, they will not release this nitrogen to the soil solution, they will utilize this nitrogen for themselves. So, and they will also, you know, acquire, they will also absorb the nitrogen which is already present in the soil. So what will happen, the nitrogen that get immobilized by the microorganism, by the, you know, biological activity of the soil. So what will happen due to this? Due to that, your crop will not get that nitrogen, your crop will suffer from nitrogen deficiency. Okay, so these are the two processes, mobilization and immobilization. Okay, and the wide CN ratio cause immobilization process, which is not required, which is not, you know, recommended, which is not favorable. So the straw, the dust, that the residue part which we have, that have the wide CN ratio, and that is why the farmer do not, you know, use this straw for manure purpose. So what else can be done for that? So that straw is used for making compost. Now with composting process, with decomposition, when we are providing sufficient time to decompose that particular straw, this brings down the CN ratio, and the optimum CN ratio of your compost is 30:1. Just remember this thing. This is a very important thing to know, that the ideal CN ratio for composting is 30:1. Now if a you know, straw, if a waste material have wide CN ratio, for example 100:1, and we allow it to decompose, we start making compost from that, what will happen, the CN ratio will start decreasing with time. Okay, so, and the ideal CN ratio is 30:1. With this, what will happen, though the both process goes in the soil, immobilization but and mobilization also, but mostly your nitrogen will be released for plant. Okay, your microorganism do not require much nitrogen, because, you know, for every 30 carbon here we have 1 nitrogen. So that means that you can see the difference here, and this means that the microorganism has the enough nitrogen for themselves as well as for releasing in the soil solution. Clear? So that is the thing here which you have to know. And now this crop residue is utilized in organic farming. We are utilizing this crop residue by decomposing, by making compost out of it. Clear? So how we make the compost? Basically we make alternate layer of carbon and nitrogen rich material. Like for example, we have some material of Glycidia, which is a plant, the plant which is rich in the leaves of Glycidia is rich in nitrogen content. So we are using such plant, we are using green plants which are rich in nitrogen, like for example green manure crops, they can be used, and we are making alternate layers of your these green plants which are rich in nitrogen, as well as your straw, like your paddy dust or any paddy straw, like, right? So we are making alternate layer of these material, and for 1 ton crop residue 40 kg fresh cow dung is required, and we are adding fresh cow dung to this residue. Okay, so compost banana hai, for compost making we are adding these alternate layers of you know, or carbon rich and nitrogen rich organic matter, and as well as we are adding 40 kg fresh cow dung for 1 ton crop residue. Clear? This 40 kg fresh cow dung is mixed with 100 liters of water. Now this 40 kg is mixed with 100 liters of water, and it is mixed with this residue. Now there is a heap formed, a heap is made, a heap type of structure is made, and now it required regular churning, it required regular aeration. So it is turned upside down for this aeration condition. Okay, once in 15 days it is turned, so that there is a air circulation, because if we will have a heap, so what will happen, there will be decomposition process and it will generate heat that can impact the organism that is doing the composting, as well as what can happen, there can be anaerobic condition. So we do not require that thing. So to facilitate aeration, what we will do, we will churn, or we will uplift that, we will turn that heap within 15 days. And throughout the composting period, we have to maintain 60% moisture in that heap. Okay, in that compost 60% moisture should be maintained. Clear? And after your compost is ready, you have to you have to filter out that compost with 4 mm sieve. Okay, you have to sieve it through 4 mm sieve. Clear? Now if you want to make enrich compost, means if you want to make your compost, whatever you have got from here, you want to enrich that, you want that there should be some additional benefit of this compost that I'm going to apply in my field. So you can add some beneficial microorganism like your Azotobacter, Azospirillum, Pseudomonas, phosphobacteria 0.2% and rock phosphate 2%. Okay, you can apply these things, and now what will you get? Whatever you will get, that is will be called as enhanced or enriched compost. Now it has been enriched by some more things. Okay, so that, and this moisture percentage for this enriched compost should be 40%. Okay, 40% moisture should be maintained. Now I hope this is clear to you that how we are utilizing this crop residue, and also what is meaning of mineralization, immobilization, and what is the role of CN ratio in this composting. Clear? So I hope this is clear to you. Next we have to discuss is organic manure. Now manure are plant and animal waste that are used as a source of plant nutrient. Okay, so manure, these are plant or organic waste that are directly used as a source of a nutrient. So these are manures, and they are derived from animal, human, plant residues. They are low nutrient content per quantity. There is a low nutrient content per quantity, but they do not have any residual effect. Unlike our fertilizer, like for example, all the chemical fertilizers, we are applying them for nutrient purposes, but they have residual effect. They, some part of these fertilizer remain in the soil, and that can hamper the soil fertility as well as the microorganism that are residing in the soil. But your organic manures are organic in nature. Though they will provide less amount of nutrient compared to your fertilizer. Okay, though the time duration of release of the nutrient from the organic manure will be more as compared to the fertilizer. Fertilizer will supply the nutrient within as soon as you will provide it to the plant, but organic manure will take time. But the advantage of an organic manure is that it will not have any residual effect. Clear? So if there is no residual effect, then what will happen? That will improve your soil physical properties as compared to the fertilizer which you are using for the other nutrients. Clear? So that was regarding organic manure. Next is waste management. Now there is a thing which you might have heard, that biogas plant. That biogas plant is also used for managing the waste that is generated on the farm. Clear? So now what is this biogas plant? Here what we are doing in it is a construction. Okay, basically it is a construction which is built by the farmer on the farm, and the farmer is taking all kind of organic waste that he is generating on his farm to this biogas plant, and there he is providing anaerobic condition. Okay, in the biogas plant anaerobic condition is provided. Now what is the meaning of anaerobic? Means absence of oxygen. There is no oxygen. Now with this, what will happen? The anaerobic bacteria will flourish in the waste product that has been dumped in the biogas plant, and that they will start decomposing this waste. And what will happen? This will release some gas which can be used as biofuel, and this fuel can be used, this can be used as an alternative of other fuels. Like that can be this biofuel can be used for cooking, for other purposes. Okay, so that is the purpose of your biofuel, purpose of your biogas plant, and that is the waste management. And it is also one of the component of your organic farming, where we are managing waste and we are utilizing this waste for making any kind of fuel gas. Okay, that is biogas. It is called as biogas. Now whatever left whatever is left after the production of this biogas is known as sludge, and that sludge can again be used for the soil reclamation purposes, and that can be used into the field for improving the soil condition. Clear? So here you can see that nothing is being wasted up, everything is being utilized. So we have to utilize, the objective of the organic farming is to utilize the resources completely. Okay, so here you can see all the waste is being utilized up. We are taking the gas also, and we are getting the sludge for the soil reclamation purpose also. Clear? Chalo. Now this question for you, you have to tell me the farm waste such as dung is mixed with straw, grass, leaves and kitchen waste and kept in anaerobic environment to produce gas, which is called. Very easy. I have just told you. You have to tell me the answer of this question. So guys, just quickly tell me the answer. I have already told you the answer here. Okay, very good, Sudarshan. Very good, Anu. Anyone else want to try? Okay, very good. I can see Vidyanshi, Suraj, Anu, Sudarshan, they have given the right answer, absolutely correct. That is called as biogas. ठीक है, very easy. I have just told you biogas plant में we are utilizing the waste, we are managing the waste by through biogas plant, and we are getting biogas from this biogas plant. Clear? Chalo, very good, Jacqueline. Meditation, Suraj, very good. Chalo, next we have to discuss is biofertilizers. Now, apart from your organic manure, apart from your compost and so on, we can use another type of fertilizer which is known as biofertilizer. Now, the term bio is written here. That means some living organism or some living thing is related to this kind of fertilizer, right? So bio or fertilizer basically means when we are utilizing some organism. Now in environment there are both kind of organism that is present. One that is favorable for the farming, that can help farmers, and the other is that they can cause harm to the agriculture, like they can destroy the crop, they can infest the crop, and they can bring down the crop yield. So every kind of organism is present. Now it's our duty to identify such organisms so that are useful for us, right? So biofertilizers are such organisms which are added to the soil, which is added to the crop, and they increase the nutrient availability to plant. The work of these biofertilizer is to increase the availability of nutrient to the plants. Clear? So biofertilizers is a substance, you can say it is an organism that contain living microorganism that when applied to seeds, plant surface or soil colonizes the rhizosphere. Rhizosphere is basically the area around your root. Okay, this is called rhizosphere. Your wherever the area around your root system is called as rhizosphere, or the interior of the plant, and promote growth by increasing supply or availability of primary nutrient to the host plant. So what they are doing, they are colonizing the rhizosphere, or they are going inside this plant and increasing the availability of the nutrients. Okay, what they will do, they will collect the nutrient from the surrounding and they will make it available to the plant. So that is the work of your biofertilizer. So example of your biofertilizer are Rhizobium, Azotobacter. Okay, there are other example also like Azospirillum. Then there is a BGA, Azola. So many kind of biofertilizer is being used for different crops. Clear? So you have to know what is biofertilizer. You have to know the example as well as what kind of biofertilizer is being used for which crop. Clear? Chalo. So that was regarding biofertilizer, the another component. And next we have is biopesticide. Now, as I have already told you that there are some microorganisms that will be beneficial for farmers, as well as there will be some microorganisms that are harmful for farmers. So they are called pest. Be it your weeds, be it your insect, be it your any kind of disease, be it your fungal disease, bacterial disease, viral disease. Koi si bhi disease ho, that will be called as pest. Clear? Now, there are few organisms which are helpful for killing these pests. Now, in organic farming, we cannot give any kind of herbicide, we cannot spray any kind of pesticides or insecticide. So if there is any infestation of such pests, so what the farmer will do, he can use these biopesticides. Okay, these are again the farmer's friend who are helping in controlling these pests, controlling disease, controlling weeds, controlling the insects. Okay? So there are different kind of biopesticides that are present. There are different kind of living organism, living microorganism that can be utilized as biopesticide. Like for example, we have fungicide, bioinsecticide. You might have heard the term trichogramma. Okay? Trichogramma is a bioinsecticide and trichoderma is a biofungicide. Okay? Trichoderma is a fungus that is used as biofungicide, and trichogramma is used as a bioinsecticide. Okay? So basically the trichogramma and trichoderma, these are two kind of biopesticide. Now if we have any kind of fungus infestation that can be controlled by this trichoderma, what we'll do, farmer will incorporate this trichoderma in the field. So this trichoderma will kill that particular fungus. How? This trichoderma will feed on any part of that fungus, and it will destroy the life cycle, or it will feed on that fungus. So anyhow that will disturb the life cycle of that particular disease which is hampering the crop yield, and it will save our crops, right? So that is why it is biopesticide. Clear? So such biopesticides are available in the market, and they can be used for different crops, and different kind of biopesticides are there. Okay? So that is the tool to control pest in the organic farming. Clear? Chalo. Next we have is vermicompost. Okay, this is a very often thing which we have heard so many times, that when we are making compost with the help of worms, especially the earthworms. Okay, so earthworms are as I've already told you yesterday also, they are considered as farmer's friend. Again, why? Because they help in decomposition process. Okay, they help in fasten up the decomposition process, as well as the compost that is produced by this earthworm is enriched compost. Okay, this compost is again high quality compost. It's not like that the simple, it's not just like the simple compost. So it is the high quality compost. That is why vermicompost is also promoted by government. So vermicompost is the product of decomposition process by using various species of earthworm, different type of species of earthworm that are used, that are incorporated, when they are incorporated intentionally in this composting process, so that they can decompose and can enrich the quality of compost. Clear? So now we have vermicast. Now what is the meaning of vermicast? Basically it is the end product of the breakdown of organic matter by earthworm. So whenever, see, many a times students ask me that, ma'am, vermicast and the compost that we are getting at the as an end result, are they similar? Are they same? So guys, there is a slight difference here, because during composting, various kind of microorganism along with your earthworm is doing the decomposition process. But the decomposition, the compost that is made by solely by your earthworms is called as vermicast. Why so? Because what earthworms do, they ingest this organic matter and then they digest it. After digestion, whatever the fecal matter, whatever the extra matter that is excreted out of the earthworm body, that is called as vermicast, and that is the vermicompost. Okay? So vermicompost in total is the compost made up of by your microorganism as well as the earthworm. But the earthworm decomposition, the part that has been decomposed by earthworm only, that is called as vermicast. Clear? I hope this is clear now. Next we have is, from vermiculture we get well decomposed worm cast, which can be used as manure for crop, vegetable, and so on. Okay? This vermicast is again used as a manure because it is enriched in nutrient, and it can be used for supplying nutrient to the crops. So we can use it in different kind of crop. Okay? Then we have, in this process, earthworm also get multiplied, and excess worm can be converted into worm protein. Now there is another term which is known as vermiprotein. So what is vermiprotein? So when we are incorporating earthworm in any composting process, what will happen? These earthworm will multiply. Okay, and sometimes they multiply in a very large number. So what we can do, with this excess earthworm we can make vermiproteins, and these vermiproteins are feed for the poultry. Okay? They can be used as a feed, they can be utilized by the farmers as a feed for poultry. And there is one more thing, that is vermiwash. So all the liquid material that has been generated through this vermicomposting is known as vermiwash. And now this vermiwash can again be used for spraying in the crops, and that is again used for providing nutrient to the crops. Clear? So we have learned about vermiwash, vermiprotein, and vermicast. So these three are different terms you should know, and they are part of your vermicomposting. Clear? Chalo. Now question for you is, which of the following is not component of organic farming? Just quickly give me the answer of this question. So guys, what will be the answer of this question? You have to tell me ki out of the given, which is not the component of organic farming. The options are manure, biofertilizer, biogas plant, DAP. So can anyone tell me the answer? Okay. Very good, Jacqueline, Anu. Anyone else want to try? Very good, Vidyanshi, Sudarshan. Take care. Very good, Poonam. So answer here is option C, that is only 4. DAP is basically diammonium phosphate, which is a chemical fertilizer, and we know that we cannot use any kind of chemical fertilizer in the organic farming. So that is why DAP will not be the part of organic farming. Rest Your manures, yes, we are using the manures, we are using the biofertilizer, as well as your biogas plant is being used for the waste management, right? So all these become component, while your DAP is not the part of your organic farming because it is a chemical fertilizer. Chalo. Next, we have to know regarding the basic steps of organic farming. Now, when a farmer think that he is going to do organic farming, so what are the basic steps that he had to follow? Let us discuss that one by one. So the very first is habitat management. Now, for doing organic farming, see, one of the objective of organic farming, or one of the thing under organic farming, is to maintain the biodiversity, okay? Maintain living condition in that particular area. So habitat management is basically when the farmer is making the area diversified, little diversified. Like for example, a farmer is growing other kind of trees that are rich, that are that can supply nitrogen to the soil in the bunds. Okay? He is growing the main crop in the field, while the bunds are utilized for growing such trees, like for example glycidia, which is helpful in bringing down, which is helpful in increasing the nitrogen content of your soil. Now you can see the habitat is managed here, and also these glycidia can be home of some useful insects, some useful birds for the farmers. So very first step is to manage the habitat in such a way that it is aligning with our ecosystem, it is aligning with our environment. Okay? Next is crop diversity. Now it's not like that if we are doing organic farming, so whatever crop we want to grow, we can just grow that particular crop. Okay? We need to ensure crop diversity again, because if we'll go for growing any one crop, so what will happen? Obviously the soil fertility will decrease in case of majorly in case of cereal crops, right? जो आपकी exhaustive crop होती है, cereal crops होती है, there the soil fertility will decrease. So what we need to do? We need to maintain the soil fertility, and for that we can adopt crop diversity by doing multiple cropping, by doing row intercropping, or by doing different type of mixing crops, like for example mixed cropping, row intercropping, strip intercropping, and multiple intercropping. So these can be adopted, these steps can be adopted for maintaining crop diversity. Now it is recommended that farmers should use any cereal crop, should grow any cereal crop along with the pulse crop. So with that what will happen? The nutrient that has been taken up by the cereal crop can be replenished by your pulse crop. Clear? So that is crop diversity. Next step, third is conversion period. Now if any farmer want the organic status for his land, so there is a conversion period that is required. Conversion period is basically a time period where the farmer is doing the agriculture activity according to the law that has been set up for the organic certification, and he is not using any kind of chemical, he is not using any kind of pesticide in his field. Okay? So that is the conversion period. Generally for annual or for a seasonal crop, 12-month 24-month conversion period is required, but usually we say that, and for perennial it is 36 months. So usually 3 years. Okay? Just remember 3 years of conversion period is required. 3 years of conversion period is required. That is if anyone want to like for example, I have a land and I wanted to now sell my produce as a organic produce. So I need a organic certification, and for that certification I need to keep my I need to convert my land. Okay? Earlier I was using insecticide, pesticide. So what will happen? There will be residual effect in the soil due to these chemicals. So we have to minimize that, and that so that whatever produce I am growing in that particular land, that is not that residual effect is not incorporating in that produce. So what I need to do? I need to go through this conversion period, which is of 3 years. Clear? Next is contamination control. Now whenever I am doing organic agriculture, I have to make sure that I am not contaminating my crop with contamination can come from the neighbor field also. Like for example, if the neighbor farmer is doing spraying in his field, so that spray can drift to my field. So I need to make sure that there is no contamination, neither in the soil, neither in the crop plant. Any kind of contamination should be avoided. So that should be maintained. And then next is soil and water conservation. So all the agronomic practices that is enhancing soil and water conservation, that should be adopted. So these are the basic steps of your organic farming. Now for organic certification, we have two systems. First is PGS, that is participatory guarantee system. So basically this is a process of certification. Through this system, farmers can get organic certificate, and after that they can sell their produce as organic produce. Then Ministry of Commerce has also launched this NPOP program, that is National Program for Organic Production, in 2000. Again, this agency also issues organic certificate to the farmers. PGS system is under your Ministry of Agriculture. Just remember, PGS is under Ministry of Agriculture, while your NPOP is by the Ministry of Commerce. Clear? Chalo. Now, with for selling any produce as an organic product, we need farmer required a logo. Okay, so there are different logo given. So first is by Food Safety and Standard Organization regulation. So under Javik Bharat, the farmer can sell the produce. Then there is a logo. There are two logo under PGA system. One is for the land that is under conversion, and land that has been converted. So there are two logo again under PGS, and there is one logo under your NPOP. Okay, either the certificate of NPOP or the certificate by PGS is required by the farmer to sell the produce as under your organic produce. Okay, so that is regarding your marketing of agriculture produce with organic tags. Okay, now there is a question for you. Just quickly tell me what is the ideal CN ratio for composting. Very important question. Just quickly tell me the ideal CN ratio for composting. What will be the answer of this question? Very good, Anu. Anyone else? Okay, very good, Suraj. Very good, Sudarshan. Okay, very good. Answer here is option B, sorry. As I've already told you, ideal CN ratio for composting is 30:1. Okay, we have discussed this. You should know that what is CN ratio and what is ideal CN ratio for composting. It is 30:1. Clear? Chalo, next is, okay, here the answer is itself written. So, National Program for Organic Production implemented by which of the following ministry? So it is Ministry of Commerce. Okay, answer here is option B, Ministry of Commerce. So it is already there. Now let's move ahead, and the very last thing that I need to discuss with you is the difference between conventional and organic farming. Okay, you should have the clear difference. You should have the clear points in your mind that what are the difference between conventional agriculture and organic agriculture. Now it is based on economical orientation, means here the money is important. The farmer only is thinking regarding the economic benefit, while organic is your ecological oriented, means we have to take care of ecology, we have to take care of ecosystem. So here this is ecological oriented, it is economical oriented. Then here GMOs, that is genetically modified organisms, are used, while in your organic farming genetically modified organisms cannot be used. Clear? Synthetic fertilizer are used in conventional, while synthetic fertilizer are strictly banned, they are strictly prohibited in your organic agriculture. Then weeds are, again here, weeds are controlled through herbicide. We cannot use herbicide here. We can do manual removal of weeds. Okay? Here we have to do manual removal. Then pesticide, fungicides are used to control pest and disease. Here we cannot use any pesticide, rather than we can go for biofertilizer or biopesticide. Okay? Then we have produced, obtained will have chemical residue. I have already told you here the produce will not have that residue. Then there is a pollution. Here we do not have such problem. Okay? Then we have produce is carcinogenic and cause several health problems. Due to this residual effect, the produce can be carcinogenic due to these chemicals, and we can have several health problems with this conventional farming. But here there is no such problem. Then low input output ratio, here optimum input output ratio is obtained. Then soil fertility is maintained here. Soil fertility is maintained for shorter period, because fertilizer will only supply the nutrient for short duration of time. But for long duration, what we need to do? We need to add the manure, and that is added in organic farming. Okay? Here intensive irrigation is required. Here irrigation is requirement is reduced, because we are adding organic matter that can hold soil moisture, and therefore the irrigation requirement here is less. Okay? Chalo. So that was all for this lecture. Now if you have any query, just let me know. Okay, so guys, if you are tense regarding your result, I would just say कि for now देखो, अब आपने जो कर लिया, that has happened, ठीक है, that is not in your hand. But अभी जो आपके पास time है, that utilize it, टेंशन लेने से अच्छा है कि आप फेज 2 की प्रिपरेशन करो, ठीक है। जस्ट यूटिलाइज दैट टाइम, दिस टाइम प्रोडक्टिवली, ठीक है। अपना रिजल्ट की टेंशन छोड़ो यार, अब जो उस दिन देखा जाएगा, रिजल्ट जिस दिन होगा ना उस दिन टेंशन लेना, आज से टेंशन मत लो। ओके, रिजल्ट कब आउट होगा? सो गाइज अगेन 25 to 20, just wait for 20 days at least. Okay, welcome Sudarshan. Okay, so I would say guys, देखो नाउ देर इज नो, मतलब अब इस चीज का डिस्कशन करना कि कितने मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, किसी को कितने मिल रहे हैं, कंपैरिजन करना, there is no point of doing such thing. I'm telling you, ठीक है, stop wasting your energy on this thing. Just focus on your phase 2 preparation, ठीक है। रिजल्ट जिस दिन आ जाएगा, मतलब टेक दैट टेंशन ऑन, यू नो, ऑन दैट डे कि क्या रिजल्ट होने वाला है, कैसा होने वाला है। बट अभी से वो टेंशन लेके जाओगे तो आप अभी फेज 2 की भी प्रिपरेशन नहीं कर पाओगे। सो आई विल रिकमेंड दैट अभी रिजल्ट को भूल जाओ, जस्ट फोकस दैट कि मुझे फेज 2 के लिए पढ़ना है, ठीक है। ओके, सो नाउ एनी वन ऑफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी? Okay, meditation, I would say regarding this query, you can just, mail us at hello@edutap.co.in because our support team will guide you regarding that. Okay. ठीक है, बॉन्ड यू आर आस्किंग दैट नेचुरल फार्मिंग एंड ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग का डिफरेंस। सो नेचुरल फार्मिंग में वी आर नॉट वी आर नॉट giving any kind of thing, like whatever naturally we are getting yield. Like for example, I have a field, ठीक है, this is a land, I have a land and I am growing here crop. So here I will not give any kind of organic manure, any kind of biofertilizer, biopesticide, unlike in your organic farming where we are controlling things with some external things, right? But in natural farming we cannot give anything, ठीक है। in natural farming अगर हमें 5 क्विंटल ही yield मिल रही है, we are satisfied with that, we are not supplementing it. दो अगर हम इसको organic farming करते हैं, हमारी yield बढ़ के 7 या 8 हो जाती, but that's our organic farming. Natural farming means naturally जो allow करता है environment to grow, that is your natural farming, ठीक है। and zero budget natural farming is another concept, ठीक है। zero budget natural farming means here again we have to do farming naturally. Zero budget means we are not giving any kind of input, like for example we are not giving any kind of fertilizer, pesticide, कुछ भी नहीं दे रहे। that is also natural farming. zero budget का मतलब होता है कि हम यहाँ पे कोई भी कैपिटल नहीं लगा रहे हैं, though this is a hypothetical concept, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है for real, ठीक है, but it is a concept that has been suggested by scientists still. So that is your zero budget natural farming, कि हम कैसे zero budget में natural farming कर सकते हैं and we can get produce. That is the concept of zero budget natural farming. Okay. So is there any other query? So guys, is there anything else that we have to discuss, or I'll just end the session? Okay, so I don't think we have any query left. So that was all from my side, students. I hope you have enjoyed this session, as well as I would like if you can comment down how you have. Okay, is there any difference between natural and zero budget? Bond, see, I would say कि zero budget natural farming is a concept that has been given by few scientists, ठीक है, कि we can do farming naturally without any giving any kind of, without any investment, ठीक है। they both are same, almost same I could say, ठीक है, but for more clarification, for more difference, I also need to search on that कि क्लियर डिफरेंस क्या है नेचुरल फार्मिंग और जीरो बजट फार्मिंग में। मेरे हिसाब से देयर इज नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन नेचुरल फार्मिंग एंड जीरो बजट नेचुरल फार्मिंग। क्लियर? चलो, देयर इज नो डिफरेंस, दे बोथ आर सेम। सो एनीथिंग एल्स? So guys, is there anything else you want to ask? Yes. Okay, very good. Meditation, as he has suggested that zero budget refers to the zero cost of production of the crop. ठीक है, यहाँ पे नेचुरल फार्मिंग में अगेन वी आर नॉट गिविंग एनीथिंग, देर इज नो कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व। जीरो बजट में भी सेम कंसेप्ट है कि देर इज नो कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व, देर इज नो कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन फॉर एनी क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन, ठीक है, एनी काइंड ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एक्टिविटी। चलो, सो दैट्स इट। आई डोंट थिंक नाउ वी हैव एनी क्वेरी लेफ्ट, सो आई वुड highly request you guys that if you can just comment down how you have felt about this session, कैसा लगा आपको, whether these sessions are helpful or not. ठीक है, phase 2 के लिए स्पेसिफिकली अगर आपको समझ आ रही है चीजें, या फिर if you have any feedback to give, you can just give me there. Okay, चलो ठीक है, that's all. Thank you so much.